Let me ask you something. What if the thing you're most afraid of, your mistakes, are actually your greatest teachers?
What if every time you said something wrong, every time someone corrected you, every time you felt embarrassed, you were actually becoming fluent?
Hey everyone, welcome back to Learn English Quickly with Podcast. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. And today, we're going to change how you see mistakes forever.
Because, let's face it, we all hate making mistakes, especially when we speak a new language.
Yes, you say something and people laugh, or they don't understand. You feel small. You want to disappear.
But here's the truth. If you're not making mistakes, you're not learning.
Exactly. Mistakes are not signs of weakness. They're proof that you're trying.
So today, we'll share funny stories, real experiences, and emotional lessons that will make you fall in love with your mistakes.
Let's dive in and get a little messy.
Part 1. The fear of being wrong.
I remember the first time I spoke French. My hands were shaking.
Really? What happened?
I tried to say, je suis excité. I wanted to say, I'm excited. But later, I found out it means something very different.
Oh no, that's not what you meant.
Exactly. Everyone laughed, and I felt so embarrassed. I wanted to hide forever.
But you didn't quit.
Number. Because that mistake taught me more than a grammar book ever could. I never forgot that phrase. And I learned to laugh at myself.
That's beautiful. You know, sometimes mistakes make the memory stronger.
Yes, the brain remembers emotion, not perfection.
So if you feel nervous, remember, mistakes mean your brain is growing.
Exactly. You're not failing, you're training.
Part 2. Funny mistakes and what they teach.
Okay, Emma, let's make our listeners laugh a little. What's one funny mistake you've heard from students?
Oh, I have so many. One student once said, I'm boring, instead of I'm bored.
That changes everything.
I know. But instead of correcting her too seriously, I smiled and said, don't worry, you're not boring. Your grammar just needs a nap.
Perfect teacher comeback.
And after that, she never forgot the difference. See? A funny mistake became a powerful lesson.
Exactly. I had one student who said, I'm married with pizza.
Oh my God, that's the best.
He meant to say, I'm married and I love pizza. But honestly, same energy.
Yes. Who doesn't want to marry pizza?
But see, after that, he always remembered how to use and properly. One mistake, one memory.
Part 3. Real-life scene. Speaking with confidence.
Okay, let's imagine this. You're sitting in a cafe with friends who speak English. You want to join the conversation, but you're scared.
You think, what if I say something wrong? What if they laugh? So you stay quiet.
But silence teaches nothing. Mistakes teach everything.
Exactly. So you take a deep breath and speak.
I go to mountain yesterday.
And someone says, oh, you went to the mountain? They correct you kindly.
You smile. You repeat, yes, I went to the mountain. And now, that correction stays in your head forever.
That's how real learning happens. Not from rules, but from moments.
Yes. Every time you make a mistake, you create a story your brain remembers.
Part 4. Why perfection kills progress.
You know, Emma, perfection is the biggest enemy of fluency.
Yes. So many learners wait until their English is perfect before they speak. But perfection never comes.
Exactly. You learn by doing it wrong first.
Think about it. Babies don't study grammar before they talk. They just try, fail, laugh, and keep going.
Right. And they make thousands of mistakes. but that's why they learn so fast.
So don't aim to be perfect. Aim to be understood.
Because communication is about connection, not perfection.
Well said, Jack.
Part 5. The listener story. From fear to fluency.
Let's share a real story. This one's from Aisha, a listener from Egypt.
Aisha wrote to us last year. She said, "I never spoke English in class because I was scared. Every time I made a mistake, people laughed.
That breaks my heart.
But then, one day, she joined a speaking club online. The first time she spoke, she made lots of grammar mistakes.
And what happened?
People cheered for her. They said, 'You did great. Keep going.' She cried. Not because she was sad, but because for the first time, someone celebrated her effort."
That's beautiful. Because that's what we need. Not judgment, but kindness.
Exactly. Now, Aisha speaks English every day. She even helps beginners overcome their fear.
She turned her pain into power. Her mistakes became her message.
And that's the real magic.
Part 6. Practical tips. How to learn from mistakes.
Okay, now it's your turn. Here's how to use your mistakes to become fluent.
Tip 1. Write your mistakes down. After every conversation, note what went wrong and fix it later.
Tip 2. Record yourself speaking. When you listen, you'll hear small errors and learn to correct them naturally.
Tip 3. Ask for feedback. Don't be shy. Ask a friend or teacher to tell you what sounds unnatural.
Tip 4. Laugh at your mistakes. If you can laugh, you can learn.
And tip 5. Keep speaking. The only way to stop making mistakes is to keep making them. Until you don't.
Yes, don't wait to be perfect. Speak now, learn later.
Emma, do you remember the first time one of your students said, "I can finally speak English without fear"?
Yes, I'll never forget it. She said, "I still make mistakes, but now they don't control me."
That's fluency. Not perfect grammar, but fearless communication.
Exactly. So if you're listening right now, remember, every mistake you make is proof you're brave.
Proof that you're alive, learning, and growing.
And one day, you'll look back and realize your mistakes were your teachers.
So go ahead. Speak. Make errors. Be proud of them.
Because every time you do, you're one step closer to fluency.
And we're right here with you, cheering you on.
Keep learning. Keep laughing. Keep making mistakes.
See you next time on Learn English Quickly with Podcast.
Key takeaways from episode 60. Mistakes are not failures. They are lessons. Emotion makes learning unforgettable. Laugh at your errors. Never fear them. Speak before you're ready. Progress greater than perfection. Every mistake means you're moving forward.